All right. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Friday, May 2nd on Live 365. I'm Bob Turner. I own Summit Coaching and Consulting, and I do this every single day at 8 a.m. Eastern to try to spread a little bit of positivity, maybe drop some wisdom about business, life, that kind of stuff, and get you a closer look at what we do behind the scenes at Summit Coaching. Wanted to just give a shout out to my neighbor Jimmy Durant this morning. He's struggling and he's been in and out of the hospital. He's 82. He's my man. So hopefully he's doing well. And sometimes he sees this, and I know Jackie does. So they brought him in yesterday and just having some more circulation stuff and things that I hope he can outrun. So we're pulling for him. So keep him in your thoughts and prayers today. And also a friend of mine, I don't know what happened, but one of our classmates in high school, Dan Perkins, had some sort of an accident. I don't want to even speculate, but I know he's in the hospital and really fighting and trying to get better. So it sounds like things are going better, but I didn't want to be that guy on the thread and say, yeah, what happened? So but I'm pulling for Dan, and Dan's one of the toughest cats I've ever met, and played ball with him in high school. And he's just I don't know anybody that doesn't like Dan or Jim for that matter. So, good people, keep them in your thoughts. So, on a Friday here in Southern Maine, a little bit dreary and wet and cold. We don't want to get too much sun. We don't want to start enjoying ourselves or anything like that. So welcome in Josh Baker and the original OG Roy Dollars here. Good to see you coming in at a 9. Thank you, Alex. I will do that. I know you got a good buddy too that's struggling too, and I think of him a lot. So, some of these OGs, guys that I don't know, the guys that just they're just older, and they I go over and see Jimmy sometimes. He just shares stories with me, and he'd say, "Hey, I know I probably already told you this one." I'm like, "Yeah," and then he tell me the story again, and it's just, I don't know, man. You just sit and listen, and when he's gone, he's going to be gone a long time, and so I try to see him as much as I can, and always take time, and it reminds me of that book Tuesdays with Maury. So if you haven't read that, grab it. And if you got somebody in your life that's leaving an impact, that maybe you're leaving an impact for, get out and see him. And life's too goddamn short. It really is. So good morning, Rachel. Good to see you. Dave Howard. Thank God it's Friday, everybody. Yeah. Home today, Dave. Well, good. Good. You can invite another 43,000 people to the Summit free Facebook group. Appreciate you. We're up over, we're closing in on 1850 now, closing in on 2,000. So, if you guys want to be cool and be someone that is just a world-renowned person, be like Dave. He invites people to the Summit Facebook group. Coffee's good. We got all hands on deck here at the 007 Aquatic. Only one Keurig capsule left. I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to have to get some coffee. All right. Griffin's Landscaping. Follow us on Instagram. Following us on Instagram. Good to see you. Touring Man is here. Be careful on that motorcycle, man. Jeez. That time of year when, people, in Maine here, everybody gets their bike out. Jesus, and then you hear, bam, a guy from Westbrook that we know, Bill Segler, got somebody pulled out in front of him, and he's struggling. It just you hear about this stuff, and it's oftentimes not the guy on the bike, right? We don't see him. So look twice. And you guys on the bikes, be careful too. And I know you are, but some of you guys don't wear a helmet, and that's your prerogative, I guess. But please do, or please consider doing that. So good to see you, everybody, this morning. Luke McGee is here. You must have heard we were going to talk about time blocking. No, I'm really just kidding, Luke. So you guys have seen, you may have seen some of the things coming across on like the Summit podcast, and see a little bit of new branding and some consistency in branding. And the guy behind that is Tyler Kirk from Legacy Media. So we're just scratching the surface, hoping to have the website, at least the basic part of it, up and flying next week. So I'm excited about that. just paying a couple of sponsors here and paying the rent, so to speak, like I have sponsors. Check out my daughter's Instagram page, 21 Digital. She's doing some great stuff and helping people with their social media. If you got a business or personal, you're trying to brand yourself or whatever, and you're not one that likes to post, give her a shoot her a DM, and she can help you with that stuff. And it's one of the first things I like to see people unload in business, is that, because it's really it can be a drag. So you guys also know that I've been involved in Steve Rosenberg's Daily Sales Accelerator. I just dropped a 7-day free trial link in the comments. So go ahead and check that out. We've let people kind of come in and enjoy it and try it out, but starting very soon, it's going to be a pay to play. So we'll see how that goes, but hopefully that will help you out. And also I want to thank you guys so if I'm looking over, I'm just trying to get links. Wendy's on the move already this morning, so I don't have my back end posting my links. 265 subscribers now on YouTube. I appreciate that. Super cool. Getting up there. We also post a lot of videos, so that helps. And check out maybe I did post the YouTube channel. Maybe I post that twice. I had one more link I was going to put in there for you guys. Bear with me. Let me see here. Copy link, pop in, and I finally got my Google My Business or Google Business profile set up. I had sent out an email to the people that are coaching one-on-one, and they've been gracious enough to post a review or do a review for me on Google for Summit Coaching and Consulting. So, hey, if you've enjoyed this stuff or have had impact on you in some way, coached you, mentored you, made you think twice, grab that link that I just popped in, that last one. And that's a link right directly to be able to leave a review for me and Summit Coaching and Consulting. You guys that have left reviews, I'm floored, and I'm humbled, and I appreciate the kind things and kind words that you've said about me, and I just appreciate it. So thank you. All right, well, enough of that crap, right? So let's talk a little business. This is day 9 of our Builder's Blueprint series. Guys, if you're in here, if you're in the chat, pop in. How are you doing on this Friday, May 2nd? Jeez, it's flying. We're going to talk today about drinking coffee, when and how to scale or not to scale, and recognizing the signs of both, and kind of setting up to grow. All right. Bigger isn't always better, guys. Trust me. Scaling only works if the foundation can handle the weight, right? If you're going to build a house, bigger the house, bigger the foundation, stronger the foundation needs to be, right? So everybody talks about growth. Hey, we got to scale. We're scaling. We're doing this at scale, you know. If you talk about the cost of it, right? Like there's a lot of cost to it, both mentally, emotionally, physically, financially. Adding more jobs, more crews, more vehicles, more overhead. Doing that stuff before your systems are ready. It's kind of like adding. Peter Christensen just jumped on. Peter knows it'd be like adding your second floor. Before you put the framing under it, right? Or putting it on a cracked foundation. So the best business owners, the best contractors, scale when the time is right and not before. They do it with structure and not just hustle and inspiration. Rachel says 9.5. Good to see you. And it's not about just saying yes to more jobs or more clients. Okay, hey, we're going to scale. We must be doing something. We must be really good at this. Lots of people are calling, right? No, not necessarily. It's about being able to deliver at a higher level without breaking down. Can you step up to that next level and not be a shit show? You don't grow for the sake of growth. Grow because your systems, team, and your processes are ready for it. So today I want to talk with you guys about how to recognize when it's time to scale and how to do it without losing your mind or your margins, okay? Don't scale the chaos. Don't scale your chaos. Fix it before you grow it. Okay? The old saying, scaling a turd, comes to mind, right? And you can see it in other businesses too. If somebody shows up at your house to deliver a service and they're not organized, nobody called, whatever, You can tell when that's happened. It's happened to me, I'll own that. So sometimes people try to scale too soon. Why? They equate busyness with success. Oh, busy. We're so busy. Wow, I'm really good at this. Maybe not. Maybe you're too cheap. And maybe there's just a sudden flood of leads or demand for some particular reason, right? They're chasing revenue, not profit. How about this? The ego. The ego wants to grow. Hey, I want that big dually truck, the letters on it, but the business isn't ready. Okay, growth is going to expose a weak spot in your business. If you think things are hard now, or you don't have a system for something, those problems and issues and cracks in the foundation grow exponentially when you start pouring more things into the funnel. All right, here's a few signs that you're not ready to scale. One, you're still in the field every day, still wearing the belt. You're not ready to scale. Your pricing or margins aren't dialed in. If you can't answer me, I was on the phone with a new client yesterday. I said, "Hey, what was your gross revenue in 2024?" Bang. What was your GP? Boom. Well, we normally do this, but we landed at that. Boom. What was your Q1 gross revenue? Boom. What was your GP? Boom. What was your net? Boom. He answered all those questions. That's a guy that's got his numbers dialed in, right? What's your 2025 revenue goal? Okay, what'd you do Q1? Now we can talk about whether you're on track, right? It's not rocket science. So maybe your pricing and margins aren't dialed in, or you don't have repeatable systems for jobs, estimates, and communication. You don't have the client journey outlined. How does somebody come into and out of your business? What's your post-job customer experience look like? And maybe your team is already stretched too thin. Yeah, COVID comes to mind for sure. I don't have my comments in front of me today because my ninja is out on the move. Talk, who's now an Instagram legend after the picture I posted this morning on the reel. He's got a vet appointment today, so his morning's going to be a little different than he thinks. So I appreciate Wendy doing that too. So, all right, some smart scaling moves that don't break the business, right? Add the capacity before you add the chaos. So bring in the help before you're drowning. Sounds easy, right, Bob? Well, look at my checking account. Then you still need to grind. If you're wearing the belt and you can't bring somebody in, you still need to grind. You still need to do the jobs. Figure it out. Cross-train your team to step into bigger roles. Always be looking at the people you do have in your company as the ones that could step up. Good morning, Carmen. Feels like I just saw you. Carmen was on our call, our Edge Live community call last night. We had a great time. Focus on margin, not just revenue. Well, hey, we did 1.2 last year. Big deal. What's in your checking account? Oh, my accountant says my gross profit was $121,000. Right. Cool. What'd you do with it? Did you pay your overhead or did you buy a new dually? Right? Yeah, don't do that. So focus on the margin, not just the revenue. Don't take a low margin job just to stay busy. I routinely talk guys out of this. Stay home and sweep the garage. You'll be better off in the end. Ask yourself, is this job profitable or is it just loud? It's going to look good. Is it a great place to have a job sign? Does it serve me in some way, feed my ego? Wrong reasons, right? And then scale through systems. Project management tools. JobTread's a great one. Jobber, any of the rest of them that can help you manage through projects and have a CRM, okay? Customer Relationship Manager, CRM. Yeah, there's different names for it. But how about some estimate templates, making things go more quickly? Maybe there's some onboarding docs. If you bring somebody in, you're going to hire them, you should be able to print that W-9 off, all the stuff, W-4, bang, 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 bang. Here's your direct deposit stuff, bang, bang, done. Fill it out, finished. Fax it away, gone. And then how about that project closeout checklist? Have your shit together. All right? Then level up your support. Like hire an admin, get an executive assistant, hire a VA. You would be surprised how affordable that is. And if you haven't found a VA yet, I've got a couple of resources for you. So DM me if you're looking to step into finding out what a virtual assistant entails. Okay. Get your support leveled up. And you can use, I always say, use ChatGPT. Good morning, Dustin Hippensteel. Use ChatGPT to help you, build capacity planning worksheets or something like that. Team roles, job descriptions. Hey, I don't have an employee manual. Help a brother out, right? Hey, I'm Dustin. I'm in Florida. We've got this company. We do these things. We have this many employees. An ideal project for us is this. As an expert in writing employee manuals, please give me a preliminary outline of what one might look like for us, and then tweak that. Okay. Then I'll do this little audit with you guys. If you're thinking you might be ready to scale, rate yourself 1 to 5 on these 4 things. Okay. 1 through 5. See how you do. Do you have a steady stream of qualified leads? 1 through 5. Are my current jobs profitable and tracked? Scale yourself 1 through 5. Can my team run jobs without me? Are you 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? Lastly, do I have systems in place for estimates, job flow, and follow-up? Okay. Any score below 3? If you have any of those you scored yourself on below 3, fix that before you even think about scaling, okay? So drop a fist pump in the chat if this was helpful. Don't grow your problems, guys. Grow your systems. Problems just grow exponentially when you don't have systems. Then scale your impact. Don't focus on gross revenue. Focus on the margin. It's not about building something that doesn't survive, just a busy season, but thrives after it, okay? Build something that doesn't just survive a busy season, but thrives after it. I think back to 2008 and 2009, had to scale back, right? Had to tell some guys, hey, we don't have work. I had to put the belt back on, do the thing, fight my way back to being out of the field, so to speak. Okay. Is this helpful, guys? Make you think about it? Yeah. Don't lead with the ego. When somebody asks you, hey, what'd you do for revenue last year? It really doesn't matter. Ask them, well, what'd you do for gross profit? What was your net? You find out real quick who you're dealing with. And again, leave the ego in the truck when you're thinking about this stuff. So tomorrow we're going to wrap this series up, okay, with a powerful shift called legacy over burnout, and how to build a business that doesn't just run, but lasts, okay? Thank you, Carmen. Thank you, Rachel. Appreciate you guys. Small crew today. Guys, check those links in the chat, all right? Hit them up. Support the people that support me and us so I can do this. I don't have any sponsors. That sounds like I did. But if you want to pay me, I'll take your money. Anyway, who's got good stuff lined up for the weekend? I got a couple minutes. Good stuff lined up for the weekend. Good wins. Post some wins this week. Anybody get some good wins this week? Pop it in there. Peter Christensen said he's a 7. Yeah, good stuff. Good to see you, touring man. Always here. So, wow. Instagram is on fire. Dave Brackett's on Instagram today. Good to see you. That was easy. George Ross is out there. Calculated growth, Dave says. 10 out of 10 today, George says. Aaron Calley is in there with a Stereo Design build. Mike Nunez jumped in. Griffin's Landscaping was on there. I'm not sure if you're still there. Good to see you guys. As always, I don't have the Calendly link, but you know how to get a hold of me. DM me, and I still offer out my free 30-minute strategy call. I would challenge you if you're struggling with something and you want to chat about it, hit me up. I don't guarantee much, but I guarantee I can get you thinking differently about something. Maybe we look under a couple of rocks and find something that you can focus on in the next few weeks to get you going in another direction. So George says, wrapping up a deck today, should be finishing another one Sunday. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. I like it. I've been watching you. Pete says, if the sun would ever come out, it'd be better. I do have a contract signing this afternoon for the end of the week win. Yes. I mean, how much better can it get, Pete? Who cares if it's raining? You're signing contracts. Come on, buddy. Right? Love it. Danielle says small but mighty, referring to the crew size today. Thank you, Rachel, for the 5-star review. I appreciate it. Guys, scroll back if you just joined us. Just asking for a quick favor, you guys to jump on, grab that link, write me a Google review. Unless it's 3 stars, then keep that shit to yourself. But yeah, I hope I've helped you guys maybe think about some things a little bit different way, and move the needle in your business and all that. So Dave Brackett is watching now on Facebook. You're all over the place, Dave. You're the traveling salesman. How's the weather in Florida today? Let us know. We've got dreary, and I don't know what the temp is, but it's not great. So, and it's shaping up like one of those summers where the rain seems to get timed on the weekend, which is annoying. So, yeah. Dustin said, selling 2 houses this week. Good for you. Keep one to live in. No, finishing another flip. Managing projects 7 hours away for the first time. Time with family, solid week for sure. Love to hear it. Thanks for jumping on, buddy. Appreciate you. Dave says, excellent. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, we've got a busy day today. We were going to try to hike this weekend. I don't know. Told Wendy, I said, screw the weather. Let's hike in the rain. And I didn't get a great response from that. And, no view, no nothing. So we went up to Planet Fitness yesterday and hit the stair climber to try to get some specificity for the hiking stuff. And that's a nasty little machine. The one where the stairs just keep rolling back at you. It's not a fun time. So Pete says, have a role play with Dave Brackett tonight. So preparing for that as well. Good deal. He'll get you straight. Yeah, sunny and a high of 88 today. Love to hear it. That's great. Send some of that up here. We could use it. So, yeah, guys, have a great weekend. Make somebody's day. See how, like I mentioned before on the call, things can change quickly. And, I was sitting here last night getting ready for the Edge live call, and the ambulance went by and picked up my buddy Jimmy. And, things can change in an instant. So if you got people that are important to you, make sure they know it. And if you got somebody that needs to hear from you, I challenge you today to make that happen. So don't scale a turd. Get the systems in place, guys, before you scale. It's not about ego. It's not about gross revenue, okay? Gross profit, net profit. It's about what goes into the checking account, all right? Guys, I appreciate you all. Hit me with a review if you can. There's all kinds of links in there. Scroll back. There's all kinds of resources between Tyler and Bailey, and hop on. And if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, I would challenge you to do that. And lastly, I'll leave you with this. We finally got the podcast listed on Spotify and about 6 or 7 other platforms. So rather than just being on Apple Podcasts, so it's everywhere now. And I want to thank Wendy we had to, about 20 of the podcasts were uploaded as videos to Podbean. Had to download them, re-upload them to Riverside, strip the audio, take that up, go change it out. It took Wendy 5, 6, 7 hours to do that kind of stuff, just so that we could get the podcast in a form that it would be acceptable to Spotify. So we've done that. And if you're thinking about starting a podcast, call me, because I can save you a little bit of pain and things that I've learned the hard way. So yeah, good to see you guys. Somebody just commented. I wanted to catch that. Peter says Taylor Payne had a surgery yesterday. So prayers for Taylor Payne. Yeah, I'll have to check in with him. So Taylor's a great guy. So anyway, hit the podcast up. You'll notice the new art on there, the new graphics. And I want to thank Tyler for that. And super excited for next week to drop the website on you guys and really start taking this thing to the next level. So anyway, have a great weekend. Be safe, guys. Stay off those motorcycles. God damn. All right. We'll see you guys later.